Before we deep dive into the what, why, and how of conscious and unconscious bias, I'm going to sidebar for a few minutes and share a high-level analogy that speaks to the importance and the benefits of a diverse and inclusive culture, why it's so essential for ourselves and for the places where we work. I often use Tootsie Pops as an object lesson and an icebreaker when I teach diversity and inclusion classes with live participants. I walk around the room with a bowl of Tootsie Pops and offer one to each class member. I make sure my bowl has all flavors of Tootsie Pops to choose from, not just the regular orange, chocolate, cherry, and grape. Time after time during this exercise, each person in the room most always takes a few seconds and they browse through the flavors, and even with so many choices to choose from, majority always pick their favorite flavor from their childhood. I then begin the conversation of why. Why did you dig through the basket for a particular flavor versus trying something new? And I always get the same answer: I don't know, it's my thing. I've always liked this flavor. Did you know chocolate was the original flavor of Tootsie Pop? But they now have come out with watermelon, blue raspberry, candy cane, pomegranate, lemon, green apple, blueberry, and for a time they even had root beer as a flavor. A huge assortment of flavors for us to experience and enjoy. Now, I'm sure you've already figured out why I use a Tootsie Pop for my object lesson. Despite the differing colors and flavors that make up the outer shell of our Tootsie Pops, each and every one has a center that's the same, a chewy, gooey Tootsie Roll to enjoy. Just like humans, our outer shells look different, dress different, think, talk, believe differently, but on the inside, each and every one of us are the same. A chewy, gooey Tootsie Roll, right? No, not a Tootsie Roll, but a human with passions, interests, and emotions. We cry, we laugh, we feel sorrow. We get sad, we feel frustrations and disappointments. We love, we hate. We are each made of flesh and blood. We each have DNA. We are all born of the union of sperm and egg. We all need air to breathe and water to drink. Humans have so much more in common than we do differences. But the sad part is that with humans, our outer shells, our differences, create a divide so huge for some of us that we miss out on the experience of getting past that caramel. Yes, there are caramel flavored Tootsie Pops as well, but because we never open ourselves up to new flavors, we miss out on connecting with what is similar about each of us, our gooey, yummy centers. So next time you reach for Tootsie Pop, try a different flavor. Next time you bounce away from your cubicle to grab a cup of coffee, invite someone you wouldn't typically invite to go with you, and you might just find a new flavor to enjoy. Often when you hear the word diversity, our minds jump right to human dimensions of race, ethnicity, gender, age, sexual orientation, and physical abilities. But diversity encompasses so much more than that. It encompasses differences that stem from socioeconomic status, language, religious and political beliefs, personality, communication and learning styles, education and geographic location, marital and parental status, and so many other differences that define the uniqueness of our own individuality. We should always look at diversity and inclusion as one and the same. They must always be connected, and they go hand in hand. One without the other cannot exist. I do mean this literally. You cannot have a diverse culture without a culture of inclusion, and you cannot have a culture of inclusion without a diverse workforce. A diverse and inclusive culture is a reality created by individuals and groups from a wide range of demographic and philosophical differences. A place where everyone is free from prejudice. A place where no one culture or belief system is superior to another. A place where alliances are built across differences. A place where everyone works together to eradicate all forms of discrimination. Sounds like a pretty amazing place, right? As we work towards creating more inclusive cultures, it's imperative that every individual on the team goes through their own journey of becoming a more inclusive individual. So why does this matter? Well, in a nutshell, because it's the right thing to do. As humans, we must be open-minded and appreciative and value differences in others so all feel included. No one person or group should ever feel exiled because they are different than the majority. But there's another part of the why that often gets missed in teachings like this, and that is the what's in it for me piece. We grow as individuals when we open up our minds to new ideas and philosophies, and our love for mankind increases in leaps and bounds. I recently read an email from a college roommate who shared with me a letter she'd written to her adult children about being gay, a lifestyle which contradicted everything her childhood religion had taught. Her story brought tears to my eyes and increased my desire to ensure my words and behaviors wouldn't contribute to others' pain, just because my choices or beliefs may differ from theirs. Judging stems from humans' inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate differences. As we more fully understand that it's okay that you look different than me, that you act different than me, believe different than me, live different than me, and think different than me. We all have work to do in wrapping our heads around this concept. Yes, the words are easy to say, but often as humans, our actions don't align with what we say. You know, just this very minute, as I'm in the middle of authoring and recording the content for this course, a pop-up from my news alert appears. I paused and read the article. 4 teenage boys arrested over homophobic attack on a lesbian couple. My heart just dropped. I don't know how to express deep enough to everyone listening to this course that what we're learning right now is real, it's relevant, and it causes harm to others. Bias causes harm to others. We all own our part in the work to move mankind forward, understanding that true freedom comes from the right to have your own opinion and belief system without judgment and mistreatment from others. I'm going to take a minute and bounce back to my Tootsie Pop analogy shared earlier in this course. Did you know Tootsie Roll Industries, yep, that's the real name of the company who makes these yummy pops, did study after study, and each time they found that people were focused more on getting to the center of the pop to enjoy the Tootsie Roll than licking the sucker as it was designed. Over the years, they have downsized the size of the outer shell to help consumers get to the goodness of the center candy quicker. Now, if only we as humans could get the same passion Tootsie Pop consumers have to get to the centers quicker and sooner by being more accepting of differences in others, which the hard shell represents, our cultures will flourish and quickly become places where everyone feels included, valued, and appreciated. And yes, even the caramel, watermelon, and lemon Tootsie Pops will feel welcomed. Hang with me as we transition into our next module, where I'll be sharing resources and activities that, if used, will help each of us better identify the bias within us. See you on the flip side.